A troubling pandemic milestone got lost in the recent election news. There are now more than 10 million coronavirus cases. Yesterday was the 5th worst day since the pandemic began. Meantime, Ben Carson has tested positive. He is the latest in the Trump administration to catch the virus. Our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, joins us now. Doctor, thank you for being here today. Help us make sense of the staggering number. How did we get to 10 million cases, and any idea what this could mean for winter?
So, our first million cases took us over 100 days to get to, and the last million we got to in just 8 days. So that to me is just an alarming rate of growth. Yeah, and this is the concept of what we've been talking about all along, which is called exponential growth, which means that cases beget more cases. And that's because every person is spreading to many people, and then those people spread to many more people. And as we head into the winter, you guys, I worry that the rate of exponential growth is going to increase because we're spending more time indoors and because the virus survives longer in colder weather.
So, Doc, a lot of people are asking, how is this impacting the death rate now, especially if it's mainly younger people that are catching COVID these days?
That's an excellent question, Jeff, and it's actually a silver lining of all this, which is that the mortality rate or the case fatality rate has significantly decreased since the start of the pandemic, and that's for a few reasons. The first is what you said, that younger people are getting sick, so they're less likely to die. But the second I want to take credit for, which is that we've gotten smarter at treating the infection. We have better treatments. We're using dexamethasone, which reduces mortality. We're putting patients on their tummies, which we know wards off intubation longer, and we're getting people out of the hospital faster. So all of this is definitely leading to less people dying. But the take-home message here is not that less people are dying overall. It's just that the percentage of people dying has gone down. But if the pie gets bigger and more people get sick, the absolute number of people dying is actually going to increase, if that makes any sense.
It does make sense. Yeah. We got to talk about the big news, though. We all woke up to this news this morning. Pfizer says its vaccine is more than 90% effective. So this is the first successful data from a large-scale trial. So, Dr. Kohli, does this mean we could have a vaccine by the end of the year? What are you thinking about all this?
This is huge, and I'm so excited about this development and this data. And based on what Pfizer is telling us, we probably are going to have a vaccine by the end of the year, but it's only going to be emergency use authorization, and there's only very limited doses. So it's going to be for kind of first responders, medical professionals, those types of people that are very high risk. For the rest of us, we're realistically thinking spring of 2021, where they start to roll out, and really summer of 2021, where it's available for widespread use.
All right, well, Doc, that kind of leads me to my next question. What do we do while we're waiting for a vaccine? Like, what do we do over the holidays? I think a lot of people, a lot of our viewers, including myself, are wondering about that.
Well, unfortunately, Al, this year I have to be the Grinch that stole not just Christmas, but also Thanksgiving. And I hope that you guys won't kick me off the show for saying this, but we really cannot have get-togethers this year. We can't travel this year. This Christmas has got to be at home, just with our immediate household and family. And we all have to get on board with this if we want those cases to go down.
But what if you don't like the people in your house?
Now you sound like the Grinch. Thank you, Dr. Kohli. Never call yourself the Grinch again. You'll be back tomorrow. So if you, DBL Nation, have a question about coronavirus you want answered by Dr. Kohli, write us on social media. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com.